Hi, good evening, everyone. Sorry, I got a bit late. Uh, I was out actually stuck because it's raining for the past few days in Maharashtra. So I was out and I got stuck. Okay, so I guess almost everyone is here and we can quickly start. Okay, so guys, hope you are able to hear my voice and you're able to see my screen, right? If you can, anybody can confirm?
Yes, Abdul.
Yep, thank you.
Yes, Abdul, we can hear, but little bit some vibration we are getting. Now it's okay.
Okay, actually my headphone had got detached. It's okay now?
Yeah, it's okay now.
Okay, thank you. So, guys, we will be starting with a new topic today, and which is called as resource monitor. So, just to give a brief background, what all it is about. So, we all know that the query processing layer in Snowflake is the virtual warehouses. Okay, and we have seen how virtual warehouses can be created with different sizes and clusters. So, and we also know the pricing of the warehouse depends on uh, the size of the warehouse and also the for the time you are using the warehouse. Okay, so say imagine this is our warehouse, some warehouse, and say it is of small size. Okay, so as per small size, I think it's around. We'll just confirm the credits it can consume. So yeah, so for small size, it is 2 credits per hour. Okay. And for the time it is consumed, it is used. Right? So we all know that the costing of a compute warehouse or a cloud service compute layer is done on the basis of credits it consumes. And that mainly depends on the size of the warehouse and also the time that it is being used for. Okay, and the billing cycle of Snowflake is monthly, right? So the billing cycle of Snowflake is monthly. So you will get a bill of your warehouses credits that you have consumed for the whole month, month wise, and then you will have to pay to Snowflake accordingly. So guys, it can happen, or as a management team, or as a business team, we need to ensure that there is a certain budget allocated to everything, right? We always have a budget for anything in life, correct? Whether it is related to our household or whether it is related to the employee salaries and all that. So many of the times, uh, it is required to monitor the amount of money that is being spent on your warehouse consumption, correct? So you need to have a specific budget, or I mean, it is a requirement always. You cannot have, say, in the month one that this is consuming, say, $100, and in month two there's a drastic change of say $600. So you have to keep a tap on that, right? So you need to ensure, or there should be some mechanism in place where you can monitor the warehouse consumption and keep a tab on it and restrict it, that okay, once this much of credits has been used, we are going to stop it. Okay, obviously you will have to restart it later for your pending work, but you want to stop it at that particular time to first analyze that why did we go over budget. Okay, so there's an object provided in Snowflake which is at the account level, and it is a first class Snowflake object, which means it is independent on its own, and it is directly coming under the account level hierarchy. So there's an object provided by Snowflake called as resource monitor. Okay, so as the name suggests, it is going to monitor your resource. And as we all know, compute layer is the layer where all the processing for the queries are done, whether it is data loading, unloading, or you're firing some queries and so on. So the job of resource monitor is to keep to, to keep a tab on the consumption of the warehouse, and we will assign to the resource monitor that okay, more if your limit is $100 for this month, okay, keep a tab on it, and once this $100 is consumed completely, send us a notification or an alert, right? That so and so warehouse has consumed the allocated $100 to it. So this is your notification. Now you decide what to do with it. So that is the job of resource monitor. Okay. So as I said, it is at the account level. So obviously we need to switch it to role account admin, because if it is account level objects, you need to see at the account tab, which is only visible to account admin or user security admin, right? So you see here this tab here, resource monitors, right? So if you go here, you can always create a resource monitor from here also and from SQL also. So see what it says: set limit on your account's credit consumption with resource monitors. So basically what you're trying to do here is you're trying to say that we should not go over budget. If my budget for the warehouses is $100 for a month, I am going to restrict the usage to that only. And once that is reached, my resource monitor will sense it and send me a notification or take an action also. We'll see what else it can do. But on an overview, this is what a resource monitor will do. Okay, so I will read out the definition first and I'll take questions in case you have any. So see, to help control costs and avoid unexpected credit usage caused by running warehouses, Snowflake provides resource monitors. A virtual warehouse consumes Snowflake credits while it runs, right? So we all know that billing on virtual warehouses is done via credits that they consume. And if we don't want them to give an unexpected bill at the month end, so we need to keep a tab on it and help to control the cost and avoid any over budget consumption. For that, Snowflake provides us with resource monitors. Resource monitors can be used to impose limits on the number of credits that are consumed by user-managed virtual warehouses and virtual warehouses used by cloud services. Okay, so this is what I told. If we say, okay, for these particular warehouses or set of warehouses, if we want to say that, okay, $100 is the limit that they should be consuming for a month, then we can impose the limit, and once this threshold is reached, we can take some action. Okay, so what all credit usage can be imposed on what all kind of warehouses? So they are saying either it is your virtual warehouses which users create, and this is nothing but what we create, right? So these are our user managed virtual warehouses, and there is a virtual warehouse provided by compute layer also, cloud layer also, which is nothing but a cloud service layer. Correct. So here somewhere you should be able to see that. I think it's not being used for some days. That's why I can't see it here. But yes, there's a cloud service layer also, which is there, right? that is not created by us, but that is provided by compute layer itself. And we know that when the virtual warehouses are running and to do the management between the storage layer and the virtual warehouse layer or the compute layer, cloud service layer is the one that is managing all that. And for that, it uses cloud service layer. Limits can be set for a specified interval or date range. When these limits are reached or are approaching, the resource monitor can trigger various actions such as sending alert notifications or suspending the warehouse. Okay, we'll see this in a little more detail. Although I've told you that once this threshold is reached, that okay, your warehouses have reached consuming this, you can send, the resource monitor can send either a notification to us or it can do some action also. Okay, so we will be seeing those details in a bit. And only an account admin can create resource monitors. Okay, or you will have to give a privilege to a particular role of create resource monitor. So if we go to documentation, as you know, if you want to see any privileges, always just type this privileges. And under these all privileges, we can go directly to resource monitor privileges here. But for creating it, you will not find it here because it is at the account level that you have to go one hierarchy up when you want to create an object, right? So here in case of create resource monitor, we'll have to go to all privileges. And here somewhere, like this, we should have it. Or we don't have it at all. Okay, so it seems only account admins can create it. It's nobody else can create it. Yeah, see, can be created through web interface or SQL, and only account administrators can create it. Okay, but if some other role wants to see it or maybe alter the settings of your warehouse, you can go and give it monitor and modify privileges like this. So go back to all privileges again. So there is no create monitor grant, guys. So if you go to resource monitors, you can give a modify and monitor privilege to some other role. Once the account admin has created it, you can give these two or either of them grants to some other role also. Okay, so we'll see what they do in some time. So it is clear that only account admin will be able to create resource monitors and nobody else. So guys, any doubts still here before I move further?
Hello, Bharat, this is Venkat. So here, resource monitor, you're trying to mention that it's a warehouse or users?
No, this is a separate object. So yeah, so you see this resource monitors here.
Yes.
So this is so for example, you have users, roles, policies. These are all separate objects, right? Roles and also this is also a separate object, completely separate object.
Okay.
Okay. So the job of this resource monitor is to basically limit the consumption of the warehouses. So here, this is our warehouse, this particular box here. Consider that this is a warehouse, and this is another object which is a resource monitor, which will keep a limitation of credit usage here on this warehouse. Okay, so once we create it, you will understand like how we can associate warehouses with the resource monitor. Okay, but these are separate
Okay.
objects.
Okay. So, in the sense, say, actually, resource monitor is something just for notification purpose only. Maybe if it costs $100 also, for example, it will not stop any usage or something. It's just for only for a notification purpose only, right? My assumption.
No. So you can take some actions also. So as we just that we will go into details in some time. So see what it says. When these limits are reached or are approaching, the resource monitor can trigger various actions such as sending notifications or suspending the warehouse. Okay, so it can send notification also and it can suspend warehouse also. Okay, so when we create this monitor, right? So we will see various options like how to do that.
Okay.
So I'm just going to create now and I will show it to you guys. So
Sure.
have you heard of this AWS service called CloudWatch? Okay, no worries. Okay, anyway, so moving forward now. Okay, so see, the resource monitor is a first class Snowflake object. Okay, so it's a separate object and you can either create by web interface here or through SQLs also. So let me go and create one maybe. So here you have to give some name. Let's just give for the time being some name. Now credit quota. So this $100 is the limit that you have imposed. That if you cross this, some action will be taken. Either a notification will be sent or either you can take some action. Okay. So obviously it will not be given in terms of dollars because warehouses don't consume directly in terms of dollars, right? They consume credits and then ultimately when the billing happens, the credits get converted to dollars. But they are actually consuming credits, right? So there is a credit limitation you will put. Say, for example, you say, okay, 100 credits, only that much you can use, and then we'll see what to do. Okay, so that is nothing but the credit quota, number of credits allowed per cycle. Okay, so let's see what it says. Credit quota specifies the number of Snowflake credits allocated to the monitor for the specified frequency interval. Any number can be specified. This is tracked by Snowflake at specified frequency interval, and at the specified interval, it is reset to 0. Credit quota accounts for credits consumed by both user managed virtual warehouse and virtual warehouse used by cloud services. So say for example, this you say, okay, I'm saying that 50 credits is the credit usage limit. I'm saying, okay. So what is the frequency that you want to set this credit quota for? So you get various options in the schedule. This is another parameter that you need to set, which is called as schedule. So what it does is it begins monitoring immediately and reset at the beginning of the month. This is the default setting, which means as soon as you create this resource monitor, immediately it will start monitoring the usage and it will reset at the beginning of the month. So this is a monthly cycle basically. Here you can see it said number of credits allowed per cycle. Okay, so default is monthly. So what here it means is, suppose this is 50 credits and the date is what today? It is 4 December, right? So 4 December to 4 Jan. Resource monitor will monitor 50 credits, the usage. Okay, so at 4th, so we suppose consider we created this monitor today with the default schedule. Okay, default schedule. And this is our credit quota, the first parameter that we saw, right? Credit quota. So at 4th December, we have started to monitor. So it is 0 now. So it is saying 4 December to 4 January, my credit consumption should be from 0 to 50 only, not more than this. Okay. And as soon as you create this resource monitor, it will start monitoring the consumption immediately. And at 4th January, when the cycle finishes and the next cycle starts, which is again from say 4th Jan to 4th Feb, this credit quota limit will be reset to 0. That is, your consumption is reset to 0. And again, 0 to 50, it will monitor. Okay. That is what that schedule means. And the credit quota also means the amount of credit you want to impose on the warehouses. So see, that's what it says. And this credit quota is consumed by both virtual warehouses and cloud service layer virtual warehouse. Uh, so whatever virtual warehouses, user-defined virtual warehouses, they are using credits for, and there will be always be some cloud service layer warehouse also which will be managing things. That also, including that plus this warehouse layer plus the cloud service layer, that will be consumed as the full credit limit. Okay, so it will consider both. It will add them both. And from where do you see what all is the consumption? I had told you that there is a account warehouse metering history table function. When we studied about account usage views, from there we can see the consumption. Okay, and you can also see the consumption from UI also. You can go to usage. Here also you can see they will show you the warehouse names and the other service the other warehouse layers. So this history, this view basically gives you monthly view only here on the UI. Okay, it will not give you the history records, but history records, if you want to go and see, you know that there is a table function which we had studied about, right? In the account usage, there you can go. So I just to refresh your memory, I will just show you quickly. Here. Queries to check consumption. It is there in the drive also. So see this one. Warehouse metering history. This usage, this is in the account usage view. Okay, so it will give you the credits used by cloud services also and credits used for your compute. So this compute is nothing but your warehouse compute. Okay, so you can check more data in this also. But on the UI, you will be limited to that month's usage only. And other way to go and check each and every warehouses, you can go to warehouses, okay, and then click on that warehouse, and it will show you the warehouse load over time. So today at 8 p.m. so and so load, like that. So this is a daily kind of a view which you can see. But if you want more details, you can go to this particular view, which is in account usage. Okay, so yeah. So that is what it is saying. This is tracked by Snowflake at a specified frequency interval, which means what is the frequency till you want to, monitor this. Okay, so it could be like, okay, 50 credits should be consumed for a month, or it could be on a daily basis, or it could be on a weekly basis, or it could be on a whatever frequency you want. Correct? So it is not hard and fast that you have to give it for a monthly basis only. You can customize. Default is monthly basis. If you don't choose anything, default is monthly basis, because Snowflake billing cycle is also monthly default. So default is monthly basis. You can monitor this on a monthly basis and start immediately once you create the resource monitor. And at the end of that first cycle, the credit usage limit will be reset to 0, And from there onward, it will again start to monitor the consumption of the warehouse like that. Okay. So for the first month, 0 to 50, 4th January to, sorry, 4 December to January, it kept a check that, okay, 50 credits should be consumed. So it is checking the whole month. Fine, done. Now reset the counter to 0. Again from that month, that is 4th Jan to 4th Feb, again 50 credits is the limit. That's how it will keep on going. Okay. So see here, I'll go to resource monitors again. So here you can type some name. Here you will have to give the credit usage limit, say 50. And see, it says begin monitoring immediately and reset at the beginning of the month. So this is the default limit. If you leave it as it is, the schedule will be monthly and it will start monitoring immediately. Otherwise, you can customize also. So what are the customized options? You can start immediately monitoring, or you can do later also. So in that case, you have to specify a date and time. Okay, okay, that you have created this monitor, but you don't want to immediately put it in effect. You want it to start it monitoring at particular date and time. You can do that. Okay, I'll go back to immediately. And when do you want to reset the counter? This thing. So in a monthly case, at the end of month, the counter will be reset, right? So if we start today, 4 December to 4 Jan, 4 Jan, it will again be back to 0. The counter will be reset to 0. Okay. So at what frequency you want? This is the frequency. So there is never resetted. It could be a daily limit. It could be weekly. It could be monthly. It could be yearly. So you have these various options to reset back. Okay. So this is nothing but the period up to which you want to impose limit. If it's a daily, so this means obviously whatever time you started to monitor from 4 December to 5th December, you have said, okay, that one day 50 credits only should be used, not more than that. So up to you, what you want to choose. So let's keep it this monthly only. And when does it end, the cycle? Okay, if I say never, and we started from 4 December, so it will keep going on for all the months. Okay, it will keep going on. But if you say, no, I want to monitor it only for a particular period of time, so you can again specify the end date and the end time. After that, the resource monitor will cease to monitor anything. It will be just a dead object. It will not monitor anything. Okay, so for example, you want to say, okay, I wanted to like monitor from 4th December to 4th Feb. That is 2 months only. So you can set it here, whatever limit you want of your end date. So this is nothing but a schedule. Okay. Now the question is, okay, the resource monitor object, fine. In a general sense, it is going to set a particular limit of credit quota usage, and it is going to monitor the consumption, and it is going to do something when that threshold is reached. But which warehouse will it monitor? We have so many warehouses in the system, right? So which do we need for each warehouse? Do we need a separate monitor, or how? So that is called as monitor level. On what level you want to monitor the warehouse? Okay. We will have say 10 warehouses in our system. So how do we do it? Do we monitor all? Maybe I don't want to monitor all. I just want to monitor 2, 3 of them, or maybe I just want to, or maybe I want to monitor all of them together. So how do I do? So that is called as monitoring level. Okay. So there are 2 levels. One is at the account level, and one is at the warehouse level. See, this you have to select. So if you say account, that this resource monitor is going to monitor at account level, So it will monitor all the warehouses in your account. If you have 10 warehouses, it will monitor all 10. And if you have set a limit of credit quota 50, so when adding all their consumption reaches to 50, that is your credit quota. It is not that individual should reach 50, 50, 50, not like that. You need to add all the consumptions of all the warehouses in your system. Then the credit quota of that is limited to 50. Okay. That is account level. If you choose warehouse level, see, if you choose warehouse, it will give you more options to select from. This is on the warehouse level. If you want to only monitor a particular warehouse or a set of warehouses, so say out of 10, you want to monitor only 3, you can do that also. If you want to monitor only 1, you can do that also. So that is called as warehouse level, monitor level at warehouse level. So here you can give the names of your warehouses. You can select them, and you can select multiple of them or one of them, up to you. If you select multiple, and if you have set the limit of credit quota 50, so it will not be on individual warehouse consumption, it will be addition of the whole consumption. Okay, compute warehouse plus warehouse data load, when they both reach a consumption limit of or usage of 50 credits, it will take some action. Okay, so before going forward, let me just read this out and then I'll take your questions. So monitor level, this property specifies whether the resource monitor is used to monitor the credit usage for your entire account, that is all warehouses in the account, or a specific set of individual warehouses. If this property is not set, the resource monitor doesn't monitor any credit usage, it simply remains dormant. So if you don't select anything here, it won't monitor anything, obviously, because neither you're saying account level nor you're specifying any monitor. You have just created it and it's going to just sit like that. Okay. So any question till here?
Abdul, this is Venkat. See, I can get a notification when it reaches the maximum threshold. But I might be in VP level, so I want to get a daily basis notification that okay, what is my warehouse being consumed. So can I do customized notification for the warehouses?
So from here, you will have to select this customized schedule daily.
No, this schedule will give the notification once it crosses the threshold, or if it's not crossing also, I'll get the notification. That's just I'm asking.
No. This will not give a what you call alert if it not crosses.
So it may be if you are not crossing also, it will give we'll get a notification, right?
No. You will not get.
Oh, okay. So
But it will
just I'm
reset.
asking. So,
Yeah.
okay. So my question is that see daily basis. No, maybe I will not go into open the Snowflakes and see what is my account or credit used. So I want to get a notification that may a customized mail. So this warehouse, this much credit consumed. Likewise, can we do it in the
Yeah.
Snowflake?
Yeah. So notification you will get in mail only. So once I come to this actions and notifications, here I will tell you how the notifications will come. So it will come to your mailbox only, that this particular warehouses have reached this credit limit or whatever.
Oh, okay. Before that's only before reaching the maximum, I need to know daily basis what is the warehouse they are consuming, or where I need to take the action.
Yeah. So that also we can customize. I'll just tell you now. So no question on this part, right? This is clear. The above one.
This is clear. This is clear.
Okay,
Venkat,
cool.
sorry, Abdul, I have a question on that.
Yeah.
Is Is there an option to set a credit quota specific to warehouse, even if I select more than one warehouse? See, that's
Yeah,
50
so
is generic for two warehouse.
yeah,
So in that
you can do
warehouse, I
like
have
this.
selected, no. In that warehouse, if I select more than one, but I want that credit quota to be specific to that warehouse instead of a generic one. Do we have that option?
You mean generic by you mean what? Compute warehouse is
Me.
generic. You are saying that?
No, 50 is for warehouse 1 and 100 for warehouse 2. Is there an option to create that?
Yeah, so you have to create another resource monitor.
Okay, I cannot club that.
No, no, you cannot.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, because total number of warehouses, it will be total consumption of this equal to total consumption equal to credit quota. It will be like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so see here, I'll just go back to the slide. Sorry, I forgot to read this. So see this. For example, your resource monitor limit is 1000 credits. If your warehouse consumes 700 credits and cloud service consumes 300 credits within a specified interval of or date range, an alert will be triggered. Okay, so this is on the whole, the credit quota limit that is considered as on the whole of the warehouses, not like individual. If you want to set on individual level, you can create separate resource monitors. So you can say that resource monitor for compute warehouse, okay, your warehouse name, and I want to just give 50 credits limit to it, and I will just choose compute warehouse, and then you can go and create another warehouse for another virtual warehouse like data load, or give, say you want to allocate 10 credits and choose that. You can do like this if you want like that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so okay, now let me let me just use account. Okay, let me read out the schedule before we go to the next part. The default schedule for the resource monitor specifies that it starts monitoring credit usage immediately, and the used credits reset back to zero at the beginning of each calendar month. That is the standard Snowflake billing cycle. Customized schedule, you can keep a frequency of daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, never. Start date and time. Date and time stamp when the resource monitor starts to monitor the warehouse. Same date and time is used to reset the use credits. So you can also customize. For example, default is immediate. Either you can have this setting, or you can also say that no, not immediately, but somewhere, some date in the future. You can set that way. And end time, this is your end time here. This end, when to stop the monitoring, uh, work or task. Either you can set it to never, it will keep on monitoring, or you can just say on and customize the end date of the resource monitor task. When Snowflake suspends the assigned warehouses associated with the RM, irrespective of credits reaching the threshold or not defined for the RM. Okay, so basically it will, when you say end, it will basically end the resources also. Your warehouses also it will suspend on that particular date. Okay, not only the resource monitor, but the warehouses also it will suspend. If you want to, just stop everything at a go, all will be suspended. Okay, so now this is where the second part comes in, which is your actions and notifications. Now, say all this is fine. We have done all the settings, parameters. We have set everything is fine. Credit quota, schedule, what level we want to monitor, everything is fine. But what to do when this threshold is reached? 50 credits is reached, suppose. So you can take certain actions based on this threshold. Okay, so what are those actions? There are three types of actions. One is notify and suspend. One is notify and suspend immediately. And the third is notify. Okay, so let's see the simple one first. So say your threshold has reached to 50 credits, and your action that you have decided is that, okay, if my credit quota reaches 50 credits, I will take this action or notify. So all it will do is send an alert to the team you want, team responsible. Okay. It will not do anything else. It will simply tell you that 50 credits have been consumed this month. Please, it will keep on running the warehouses. It will not do any, it will not take any action as such. The only action is it has notified you. That's it. Okay, it's the most simple kind of action. See, perform no action, but send an alert notification to all account administrator with notifications enabled. We'll see how to enable that. The second one is notify and suspend. Second one, what it will do is notify and suspend. So notify obviously send alert, and it will suspend the warehouses that it is monitoring. If it is an account level, it will suspend all. If it is on a warehouse level, it will suspend the warehouses that are intended to be suspended. So, but it will not suspend immediately if those warehouses are processing something. It will wait for that warehouse to finish its task, and then it will suspend it. Okay, so in that case, it can go a little beyond 50 credits also, because you have consumed 50 credits, so quota has been reached, but you cannot suspend it immediately because currently one of the, suppose you are monitoring at account level and say 2 warehouses are still processing something, all are idle. So rest of them will be all suspended, but these 2, resource monitor will wait for them to finish the task. It will not, just abort the current processing. So in that period, it is possible that it will consume a little extra credits, right? So that is what is suspend, notify, and suspend. So let's see the definition. Send a notification to all account administrator and suspend all assigned warehouses. Sorry, not this one. Suspend all warehouses after all statements being executed by the warehouses have completed. And the third one is simple. It says notify and suspend immediately. So it will send a notification and suspend all assigned warehouses immediately, which cancels any statements being executed by the warehouses at the time. Okay. So what it will do is it will abort. In case of notify and suspend immediately, it will abort all the current running statements. Okay. But you cannot say that it will not consume additional 50 credits, because the cloud service layer, it will have to do certain management stuff, right? It will have to update the metadata or the transaction management. It will have to do some of the management work. So little consumption will be there. You cannot say exactly, okay, if I said immediately, now 50 credits is immediate, that is the quota, immediately it will stop. Not more than this will happen. It is not correct to say that. But cloud service layer might be doing some work of keeping everything in what do you call, in an integrated form. The data integrity and everything management will be done by cloud service layer only, right? So in order to achieve that, it will do something which can consume a little more credits. So this you can get in certification, guys, that if you do a suspend immediately, is there no extra consumption of the credits? So that is not true. Okay, you get extra consumption of credits also, you can get. So just bear this in mind that it will not stop at this exact figure, even if it's suspend immediately. Although the queries will get aborted, it will go aborted midway, not a problem. But cloud service layer is doing something, which is why there might be some consumption of the extra credits also. Okay, so please remember that. So these are the actions that we can take when the threshold is reached. Let me read the definition. Actions also referred to as triggers. Each action specifies a threshold as a percentage of the credit quota for the resource monitor, and the action to perform when the threshold is reached within the specified interval. Note that actions support thresholds greater than 100. So basically, what they're trying to say is you can do these actions and you can say when to do it. Like when 100% of the credit quota you have assigned is reached, or maybe 50% or maybe 20%, that way you can, based on that threshold level, you can do these actions. So it is on a percentage basis. So if you see here, suspend and notify when dash percentage of credits is used. Suspend immediately and notify when so and so percent of credit is used. Notify when so and so percentage is used. Okay. So, and in this last option, you can add a few more, up to 6, I think. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5, up to 5. Okay. So I'll explain this now. So suppose you have assigned 50 credits and for the month, okay, and you say, okay, when 10% of the credits get used, let me know. Don't do anything, just let me know. So you can say, okay, when 10% is used, notify me. Because it is still within the limit. It's fine for me. But I just want to know how soon my 10% got consumed in that particular month. Okay, whether it got consumed in 1 day only, in 3 days, or after 15 days. I just want to keep a tab. And notify me again when 20% is consumed, then 30% is consumed. Okay, this way you can keep getting notifications as per the consumption percentages. Okay. Suppose let me just remove it. Maybe I just want to notify when I get a 10%, but when it reaches 70%, suspend and notify. That is, just suspend it. I mean, of course, let the other processing keep on happening until it finishes, but notify me and suspend it as soon as the processing gets happen. And then maybe if those processings, maybe you keep this at maybe say 90%, or maybe say 100%. Okay, when 100% quota is reached, suspend it. But you know that when you take this option, immediately it will not suspend. It will let the query to process whichever is it the processing right now. It will process everything and then ultimately it will suspend. So you know that extra credits can be consumed. If this is 50 credits, it can go up to 60 credits also. Okay, it can go up to 70 credits also, depending on the kind of workload or kind of query processing, loading, unloading is happening. It can go up to 70%, 70 credits also. So then you say, okay, even after 50 credits, I can, bear up to, 60 credits, not more than that. So in that case, you can say, okay, when it reaches 120%, just immediately suspend it. I don't care whether the query was happening or not. I will just give this much chance only, extra maybe 5-6 minutes. Apart from that, I will not give. For example, like when you're writing an exam paper and when the invigilator says last 5 minutes and then you start hurrying up, and once they uh, uh, say you're sitting at the very first bench and you still have not completed and you need some 2-3 minutes. So if the invigilator is kind, and he will tell you, okay, I'll collect the other papers till that time. I will not give you more than that time. So that kind of a scenario. So here you will say, okay, let it, even if it's not finished, fine, but I will only tolerate up to extra from 50 to 60 only. That's it. Then I will have to suspend whatever it is processing. I will have to suspend it immediately. So for that, you can say 120 extra, 120% and suspend immediately. So in that case, it will suspend all the processing. And of course, it will wait for cloud service layer to do its work. And cloud service layer doesn't consume much. Okay. So that is all these actions you can configure, and it is not mandatory to configure everything. Okay, you can just leave blank also. It is up to your strategy and up to your requirement how you want to configure it. So I think Venkat, does this answer your question? What you're trying to ask?
Yes, yes, Abdul. And other thing is that I could not see anywhere the mail ID configuration, any group or something.
Yeah, I'll show you in some time.
Okay.
So guys, one more important point is one warehouse cannot be tied to multiple resource monitors. Okay. So if you create one resource monitor, which say here you choose a warehouse and say compute warehouse, and if you go and create one more resource monitor, it cannot be tied up to that. Okay. So one warehouse cannot be tied to multiple resource monitors.
This point I could not get, Abdul. What when one warehouse cannot be tied to oh, in the sense
Yeah.
you could not do one to many options. Okay.
Right. One warehouse cannot be tied. You cannot configure multiple resource monitors.
Okay.
Okay, that is the Snowflake limitation. They have kept like that. Now, okay. So now, how to get the notification? You you need to go here. The uh, user details of your top right corner here, and here there is this option called preferences. Okay, go to preferences. You will get this notifications tab here. Just click on notifications, and here you get option where to receive the notifications. See, choose what you want to be notified about and how you want to receive notifications. Okay, so the default setting is none. Okay, so if you want to receive it on web, suppose, so you will get notifications here. So you can, when you log into your account here, you will see your notifications here. But if you say mail, okay, so whatever mail ID you had chosen when you were created this account, it will be sent to that. Okay, so you need to have a mail ID. Anyway, it's mandatory only when you are creating this. So this is the one where you will be sent the notifications. Or if you want both at the web level and email level, just click on. Okay, so you can do that way also. Let me keep it to. So Venkat, this is I hope answers your question where to configure the notifications.
Okay. No, I do you want if I want to set a group actually, maybe in a company there will be a DLIT support. That way can be configured.
Yeah, you can. So you can just create this account with that DL. Or when you create this monitor, resource monitor, right? You can give this monitor privilege of modify and monitoring to some other role, maybe developer role. So okay, let me draw this. Okay. So say this is our monitor, resource monitor, and obviously we know that by default owner will be account admin. Okay. I want this particular resource monitor to be monitored and altered if I want to alter something, not create it, but alter the existing settings. I want my dev team to do it, and this is my dev team. All my dev users are in this. These are my dev users. Dev users, okay, and they will be, as we know, that they cannot do anything unless they are given a role. So say this is a role which is nothing but dev role. and what my account admin will do is give the privileges here to my dev role, and it will say monitor modify this RM that I've created. Okay, so then this will be visible. So my dev users who have dev role, they can they can now monitor this resource monitor, and then they will also be eligible to get the notifications. So when you are creating a dev related users, you can give a DL. You can create a dev user with a DL. That way you can do it.
Okay, but mail ID configuration is not there. Like exactly, if I want to configure any, see, for example, why I'm asking is that, see, I might be a senior manager for an IT team or an account. I'll be a head of some no department, so they
Yeah.
might be get notified also. That's the reason I'm asking.
Yeah.
So any
I understand.
hard-coded.
So yeah. So uh, they have also just said that under a general tab you need to have the email ID, or and under user information there is add email address. So for example, if we go to what that same only, when you go here, this is the user information, right? This is our user information. If you go here only you can go to general, and here you can change your email IDs. You can give your DL or whatever you want here. So see, basically, whenever, so you will not be creating this account or the users, right? Somebody will be creating it on your behalf, and you will just be given this link where you want to log in with. So this email ID, right? They will keep it as a DL, because as a developer, I have also not used resource monitors as such. But yeah, I mean, this is how you do it. But I don't know if you can give a comma email address. Let me just try. Just giving some way. Wait. Venkat, what is your email?
Venkatraman Sampath at gmail.com. VNKATAVN.
Yeah, can you just type it here in the chat? I'll just copy paste it. Your Gmail is open, right?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, sent Abdul.
Yeah. But it says enter the email address, so I'm not sure if it will take multiple. But let's see. Did you get anything?
One second. No, no.
Okay, now.
I'm refreshing. No, I,
Okay, just check in or maybe spam later.
okay, I'll check on it.
Okay, I'm just keeping your email ID for some time.
Okay.
Okay. Then let me know if it comes to you. So yeah, I mean, you can always, as I said, in the privileges I just showed you, that you cannot create by using another role, but yes, you can assign the modify and monitor privileges to other roles. Okay, and then obviously they will be eligible to receive your notifications and everything. So if we, yeah. So what modify will do is enable altering any properties of resource monitor, such as changing the monthly credit quota. Okay, so you can out of that monitor level, warehouse selection, schedule change, notification actions section, anything you can change if you have that modify privilege and monitor. So it will enable you to view a resource monitor. You will be able to see the resource monitor. Okay, so you can give this to a particular role that you want to have access to, like in our example here. Although account admin is the only role that can create it, it can give grants on these privileges to our role, and all those users associated to that role can start using that monitor and do changes, get notifications and all that. Okay, so this is a small uh, example of how credit monitoring happens by resource monitor. This is given in the Snowflake only. So I'll just quickly show this to you guys.
Abdul, another doubt. See, actually, after it's getting suspended immediately, so how I will restart again? Whether I need to speak with Snowflake's team or how I'll restart again the warehouse?
Okay. Yeah. So good question. So there are various properties how we are using which you can restart. Yeah. Okay. So see, these are the various factors based on which you can restart it. Okay. So if a monitor has a suspend immediately action, and its use credits reach the threshold for the action, any warehouse assigned to the monitor is suspend and cannot be resumed until one of the conditions is met. So what are the different conditions? The next interval, if any, starts as dictated by the start date of the monitor. So for example, what it means is from 4th December to 4th Jan, between say after maybe 15-20 days, like maybe 20-25 December, this credit quota got consumed, it will suspend your warehouse. And if you don't take any, and you have also enabled the action that notify and suspend, whatever, it will get suspended. And if you don't take any action, you don't want to restart it, it will again restart at the next month, which is 4th Jan. Because the credit consumption will be reset to 0 and it will start at after that interval. Okay. First point is that. Second is either you increase the credit quota. So 50 has been reached by 25 December. And if you make it more 70 credits, it will start. Okay, 50 plus 20 credits if you do that. Third is the credit threshold for the suspend action is increased. Okay, so maybe you can increase the credit threshold. For example, if you had said 60% of my credit will be consumed and I will suspend it, so maybe you can make it to 80%, which is your this one, right? Suspend and notify. If you say 60%, once the credit quota of 60 or 70% is reached, I want to do this action, suspend and notify. Just go and increase it to 90 maybe. That is one option. And the other one is the warehouses are no longer assigned to the monitor. So you just alter the warehouse, or sorry, alter the resource monitor and remove that warehouse from there, or you drop the monitor altogether. Okay, so out of these actions, you can take to resume your suspensions back. Okay, Venkat?
Yeah, okay.
I will just add those points also for you guys. Okay, I'll just maybe make it a little beautiful later on. So yeah, so these are the points where you can resume your warehouse once it gets suspended because of suspend or suspend notify or suspend immediately. So this is one use case they have given in Snowflake only. So yeah, see guys. So any questions from any others till here? Any doubts, guys?
Abdul, if you have the monitor active, right? So if you try to restart, so will it throw error or we cannot restart this warehouse at all? There is any RM, active RM on a warehouse, and which is beyond the threshold. So how so is there any way we can restart the warehouse without doing any of this, the 5 criteria you said, right? For example, is there any way that I can hard start the warehouse without say meeting all this this 5 criteria?
No, I don't think so. But maybe you can go. So you will always see this status here, right? Once once they all get suspended, and we come to this warehouses here, you will see all this stated here as suspended.
Here. I now I have to manually go and restart my warehouse, right? Now it is suspended state. I have to restart it now, right? You mean to say unless we met any one of the 5 criteria that you have shown in the previous screenshot, if you try to restart the warehouse, it will throw error, is it?
Yes, it should ideally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire a few queries and get a notification here to show you guys as a demo. And that time, what we can do is whatever warehouse gets suspended, we'll try to resume it from here. Okay. So yeah, I will be giving a demo for that, but it takes a lot of time. You keep firing the queries and it keeps consuming credits and keeps going on. So in my previous batches, I had to tell them, okay, after the class, I will show it to you. And I kept firing those queries and ultimately I got a notification here and I then sent a screenshot to them. So I try to do that for you guys also. just so that you can see. And then I will try to resume it from here, which is not related to these 5 ways of restarting the warehouse. And ideally, it should not allow. Okay, you have to follow these only. But let's see, we'll do that and see. You're trying to say that only, right? What if we try to start from here, right?
Yeah, because it is just a monitor. It is for the information purpose, and it should not cause my my production or my environment to be stopped, right? So it is a monitor. It can say alert and suspend, right? But there should be a situation where I should be able to hard start or restart by ignoring the resource monitor.
Yeah. So see, I mean, in that case, what you can always do is, and you're right about production. Normally, you shouldn't do that. So you can just keep this action. Don't keep these actions. Right? You can just keep this action when you create your resource monitor on production. Then just keep notifying me whenever, say, 50% is. So you have five notification levels for this particular action, right? We have up to 5, right? Let me just go back there.
Yeah. I saw the percentage of threshold, different percentage of the threshold that you are setting and doing action based on that.
Right. So it will not. So in this case, it will not suspend anything. It will just keep sending you a mail that okay, this much so and so credit has consumed this much percent, this much percent, and so on. So you can just keep this action. You don't have. It's not mandatory to keep all these actions. Either of them you can choose.
Okay, so after the cycle has been ended on the January 4th, so there is no need of manual interventions, which means that the warehouse will automatically restart.
If you are not suspended, it will anyway see when the warehouse is not having any workload. Anyway, Snowflake will suspend it. Right?
No, that I understand, but still I get a query, right? For example, I have an action to be performed.
Right.
For example, as per your example, my cycle is between December to Jan 4, right? On the Jan 1, my threshold met, my warehouse got suspended, right?
If you choose this, if saying you are chosen this,
notify and suspend, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So on the January 2nd or January 3rd, I am getting some action to be performed. Okay, right?
Right.
It means that the warehouse will not do any perform. Will not perform.
Yeah.
Will not perform unless I met all these any one of these 5 actions and go and restart this warehouse manually, right?
Yes. No. If once you perform these actions manually, it will start to restart automatically only. You don't have to go and restart your warehouse.
Okay. There's no need of manual intervention. If you make any one of this, it will when there is an action to be there is action, the warehouse will automatically start and perform the action.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So guys, this is one of the use cases which Snowflake has itself given. You can also go and see the documentation. So see, they have 3 resource monitors they have created. One is at the account level. See, resource monitor 1, it is at the account level, means it is monitoring all the warehouses in the your Snowflake account. So here in this example, there are 1 to 5 warehouses. Each is for specific purpose and assigned to specific departments, right? Sales, marketing, and so on. Then there is a warehouse level resource monitors also, monitor 2 and 3. As you can see, monitor 2 is assigned to just one warehouse, which is 3. And your monitor 3 is assigned to 4 and 5. Okay. So let's see this scenario. Credit quota.
Abdul, I remember you said only 1 3.
I know you would ask me that, but account level, it will be all warehouse. But if you have at warehouse level, you cannot do that. Account level, you can.
Okay, you mean to say account level, we can have 1 RM.
Yeah.
Right. but when you create an RM at a specific warehouse level, we cannot create the same warehouse.
Yes.
To create a RM on the specific warehouse level. That is what
Yes.
you had to say. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's just create one RM and let's see what it says. Maybe I'll just say warehouse, compute warehouse, let everything else be okay. And create, okay. Created. Create one more. 200. See, here I got that message also. Warehouses that are already monitored will be reassigned. Okay, let's see what it does. Yeah. Great. So see, it removed it from the other RM. Yeah. And it gave preference to the latest RM that we created. Okay. So if I go and edit it, there's no, it made it dead basically. Okay. So let's do one more permutation combination. So say RM1 and it monitors 100, monitors two warehouses. Okay. One is your compute and one is this one. 10 create, and one we will create just for compute warehouse. 10 warehouse. See, they are again saying that let me do this. Reassign. See, it removed it from the previous one and brought it to this. Okay, so one warehouse cannot be associated to multiple resource monitors at the warehouse level. Ideally, they should have said that at the warehouse level. And let's see if we create it at account level. Obviously, that will get created because they don't ask you to choose monitor anyway here, right? And say 5 maybe. So all good. Okay. So if you want to be specific, yes, you can say that warehouses cannot be tied to multiple resource monitors at warehouse level. But account level is obviously, it means all the warehouses anyway. Okay, and then if you try to assign multiple also, it will be reassigned basically to the other one. Okay, so it's always good to do a quick check. Okay. So yeah, is that fine, Shiva? Can we proceed?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Okay, so we just checked this configuration setup here, guys. So see, resource monitor is given a credit quota of 5,000, resource 2,000, 3, 2,500. So imagine, and say all of them have suspend and notify. Okay, let's consider all of them have action, suspend and notify. So imagine if your warehouse 1, how many are 3, 4, 5, right? Say it consumes 1,000, warehouse 2 consumes 1,000, warehouse 3 consumes 500, 4 consumes 1,000, and 5 consumes 1,500. So that makes it 5,000 completely, right? And we have given a suspend notify. So it will suspend all these warehouses. Even though the resource monitor 2 limit has said that it is 1000, but it has only consumed 500, still it will suspend it at the account level. Let's see the other scenario. And just let's read this. An account level service monitor does not override resource monitor assignment for individual warehouses. If either the account resource monitor or the warehouse resource monitor reaches its defined threshold and a suspend action has been defined, the warehouse gets suspended. Okay, so they don't interfere with each other. So if in the other scenario, if monitor 2, this warehouse reaches 1000 credit quota, and other are yet other on 200, 100, 300 like that only, and this credit quota of 5000 on account level has not reached, still it will suspend this warehouse, the 3. All the others will keep working, but it will get suspended. The warehouse 3 will get suspended. And for the third scenario, where you have resource monitor 3 monitoring 2 warehouses, if you have 2500 credit quotas, if warehouse 5 consumes all 2500 and warehouse 4 consumes nothing, both of them will get suspended. Okay, so this is how the resource monitors work. So any question? I mean, this is the end. We will create a few resource monitors. So any questions on this?
Abdul, I can see, say individual RM, you are given the same credit, and the account also you are given the same credit while creating. Can you increase that credit amount for individual one? You should obviously it should throw error. If account is 100, individual cannot exit more than 100 in your Snowflake's account you have created. That Snowflake account.
I just removed.
Oh, removed. Okay. I find no. The account also 100, individual also 100. Little bit is a contradiction actually. At least
I
1%
was just,
each.
yeah, I understand. I was just trying to show Shiva like what happens if you try to assign multiple monitors a single warehouse. So I was just putting some dummy values just to create. It will not throw. There is nothing checks on your credit quotas like that. It will not throw any errors. That is, you have to decide as an architect or as an admin what kind of quotas you want to assign. I just was putting some random dummy values to create the resource monitor.
Okay, got it.
No.
Okay.
But you will not get error like that. That okay, that account level, this is so and so quota, and so you have to keep a limit of so and so quota at warehouse level. You cannot do that because both of them are independent resource monitors. I mean, each other, they don't have any dependency on each other.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. So guys, we have, as I said, we can either create by your warehouse at the monitor at the web UI level, or you can also do through the SQLs. Okay, so let's see a few demos. So if I go to worksheet here, so obviously we'll have to use the account admin, and then we can create. So this is the syntax: create, replace, resource monitor, name, give the monitor name, give the credit quota, and it triggers on 100%. I mean, when the 100% quota is reached, what you want to do? Suspend. Okay. So this is notify and suspend basically. So notify is always there anyway, right? So if we go back, so notify will always be there. That is the common action. With that comes
notify at what percentage, Abdul? 95
100,
or 90%?
100. In this case, 100.
Oh, so notification also occurs at 100 and suspend also will occur at 100.
Yes. This is together.
Okay.
Notify and suspend together.
Okay, so can we customize saying that till the resource utilization occurs at 90%, it will notify. And if there is
Yes.
no action is taken at 100%, then it will suspend. That customization
Yes.
we can do, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So here I'm just putting the dummy value. Okay. So here you can say, so see there are these action notifications here, right? So what you can say is when 90% of my credit quota reaches, notify me. See, notify when 90% of credit is used. But if 100% is used, then suspend. So you can do like this.
Oh,
Okay, and
okay.
if you see the
Okay.
SQL, see what it says. On 100 triggers, on 100% suspend, on 90% notify.
Okay. Sorry that I asked again. Maybe it was again. You did mention it earlier, or this is the first time? Sorry about that.
No, I did mention it, but anyway, when we
Oh,
see
okay.
this, see the more statements, then again you will
Oh, okay.
refresh it
Okay.
anyway.
Okay. Okay.
No, that is
Thanks, sir.
fine. Don't worry. I mean, you can ask, not a problem. So yeah, so guys, yeah, this is here. It says that you can when the 100% threshold of credit quota is assigned and is reached, you can suspend it, and you can also assign this monitor either at account level or at warehouse level. Okay, so when you do a alter warehouse, your warehouse name and set resource monitor to whatever, this is obviously at resource monitor. This is obviously at warehouse level. So if I create it and go here, refresh. Okay, so and here guys, as and when you will keep consuming this monitor, right? This warehouse, whatever warehouses you have mentioned here, this will keep getting filled in. This is a progression bar here. Okay, so if I go and click and edit here, so see it's at the warehouse level, and I think that see 100% is also given at suspend and notify. Okay, similarly, this is on 90% it will suspend, on 100% it will immediately suspend. Again, you can give it on warehouse level. This is on 50% you can just notify, 75% also just notify, or 100% you can suspend, on 110 you can immediately suspend. Then I'm just trying to see the account level. Yeah, see, this is how you set at account level. So you created one monitor called account monitor. You're saying 500 is the quota. On 100% you're saying you will suspend it, and you want this monitor to be on account level. So we'll just fire this one also. Okay, I created that. See, this is the name of my account monitor which I created, and it will show my level also. And it will show the quota used also, up till now how much quota I have used. So if you, even if you're not getting notifications, even you have configured to see only after 50% I should get a notification, that is fine. But if even if you open it and daily, you can anyway see from here also, like up till today how much percentage has been used. Even if it's less than 50%, you will be able to see the usage anyway. So if I edit it, it's at the account level. The monitor level is account. So this is how we created. And now, so which warehouse? Okay, compute warehouse I have assigned to my resource monitor. Let me do one thing. So guys, Snowflake by default, when we have created our account, right? This account, it gave us some default databases and shares, some shares also from some other account database also got shared with us. So one is called as Snowflake sample data. Okay, so Snowflake is a very different kind of data share. It is for metadata information, account usage on. But Snowflake database, the Snowflake sample data is actual data. It is for actual database. It's not metadata. It's actual data that it is carrying. And it is basically giving you data for performance testing kind of work. They have given you this database as a share. Okay. So if I open it, they have given these various schemas. Okay. So if you see TPCH SF1, TPCH SF10 and all that. So this is all for performance testing kind of data they have given. So if you go and see, so this TPCH, all these schemas which are starting with TPCH, right? They will have same tables under them. Okay, I'll show it to you in some time. They will have all the same tables under them. And this TPCDS, they will also have same tables under them. So let's see this TPCH here. See what tables it has. Customer, line item, nation, order, source, and supplier, right? So this is TPCH schema 1. If I go to SF10, see, same tables. All same tables. If I go to SF100, all same tables. I'll tell you what is the difference, why they've given same tables. So what is the difference for these schemas? See, all this 1000, also same tables. The difference is the amount of data, guys, in the tables. Okay, so if I go to SF1, and if I see on customer 1, see how much is the size? 10.3 MB. Okay, so this is for lesser data. If you go to 10, it will be 10 times. See, 103.2 MB. So the data will increase. The size of the table will increase with each schema. So again, into 100, it will happen. So it's 1 GB. It's 1 GB. Now, if I go to the last one, see, 10 GB. So by 10, 10, 10, they're multiplying. So when you want to do some performance-based testing, you can go and check in each schema, like how much time it's taking and all that. So this is a customized, not customized, but this is a pre-data set given to us by Snowflake. Okay, so if I suppose take this one, let me take the highest one. Okay, and select. Okay, and I've chosen this compute warehouse only. And it's a XS. Okay, and it's fetching, see, 10 GB of data, guys. See how many rows are there? 1500000, so many rows. And it's extra small. So it started, correct? So once we get the result, after some time, we'll see the usage also. When we refresh, right, here, we'll see the usage. It will take quite a lot of time to come, make this come back.
One more doubt. It
Yeah.
is not only the amount of data, right? If we write some expensive statements also, you will get resource consumed, right?
Yes, definitely. Any query processing.
Yeah. Do we have any kind of notification like so and so user has run an expensive statement, because of that this many resources has been consumed? Maybe
Yes,
it might be coming in the future one. Maybe I'm asking you now.
Yes. So
Okay.
Just a second. So you have this create history view also, a table function also, and on the web UI also you have this query history. There it will show you the status. For example, if I just go to history right now, okay. So see, it is showing me the running state, which particular query is running. So the state is running. Okay. So the status. So status, what all status value has is, it can either have running, succeeded, failed, and all that. So currently mine is running. This one is running, which I just fired, right? So here you will be able to see like which particular user, which particular warehouse was used, what was the size, and what was the total duration it worked for, how many bytes were scanned, how many rows were fetched, all this you can see. So based on this, total duration and all that, when you write your aggregate queries on this, so this basically is coming from some view only, right, on the screen. This data is coming, this metadata is coming from view, some view. So if you write that query, aggregate query on that to check from the highest total duration which the query which took. So from there you can find out the expensive queries.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so we have a separate view also for this. I will show that to you once we come to this query history, which is the next topic only. So apart from seeing it on view, you can have separate table functions also. Okay. So
Okay.
see,
Yeah.
so all the history, right? That any queries that you're firing for the past 14 days, you will be able to see here. Whatever past 14 days query you had run, you will be able to see in this. And otherwise, if it's on the 15th day, it will go off. If that query was run like last 15 days back, it will go off from this view here. But it will be there in that table function view, which we will fire as a query. It will be there for 365 days.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, guys. So this is back. How much time it took? 2 minutes, 39 seconds. So if you go to the history, it should have been, I'll refresh it. Yeah, it is, see, it's got completed, this one. And see the cluster number one. Anyway, this is just one cluster only. And it brought out to 150 million, guys. So see, it's not bad, right? For a small access, it took 2 minutes to get all this back. So if I
this is just a select statement in the table. We cannot judge the performance of this Snowflake by just selecting the simple full table scan, right? There are many, yeah. It is good though, but the real performance cannot be checked in the data what they have provided and what the query that we have wrote now. The real performance can be set only on our data, the customer data, and the requirement and the query what we are writing, right?
Yes.
So when if you say 100 GB rate, if it is a single table, it is okay. If you want to run a query which has 150 million data from 10 table and then write the query, right?
Yeah.
So that is when we can see the real performance.
Yes.
How it
definitely.
differs from the other MPP databases such as Teradata and Exadata, those.
Yeah, definitely. So this is other table, guys. This is your 48 GB I have run. Okay, so, oh shit, I should have, can I abort it? Okay, I'll abort it. And I'll just go back and I will edit this. Okay. If I keep 15 credits, it will take ages for me to do that. So see, I have altered it. So you can alter it also. Okay. Alter resource monitor. And credit quota, you have changed to 1. Any property you can change. Except, so I will just have one, I mean, up to 1 credit. Other 15 credit will take a lot of time. So our demo purpose, we can just simply take 1 credit. So yeah. So guys, this is how this is how resource monitors work. So I guess we will stop here. I'll just give a small brief introduction to the next topic that we are going to study, which is query history. And after that, we have caching also. So tomorrow we'll be doing both query history and caching, because query history is a very small topic. Caching will take some time because we'll be doing some demos also on them. Yeah, and then after that, micro partition is there, one more, where your performance related stuff will be discussed. So yeah, any questions related? Venkat, did you get that mail yet? That I had set your mail ID here, right, in preferences. Any mail you got?
No, Abdul. Still, I didn't get anything.
in your spam or spam side or somewhere. Okay, so guys, if no questions on this, I will just give a brief introduction of the next topic, which is called as query history. Okay, so if you want to see the past few queries you have fired in your account, okay, at the account level, I'm saying, okay. So say if your account has 10 users and they are firing certain queries, you can see all that in the history ribbon item called as history in your web UI. Okay? And this is the that ribbon item. Okay, and it is accessible to all, I think. If we go to sysadmin also. Oh no, why did I go? Okay. Still it will be available. Okay, let me go back to. So this is enabled. This is for everyone. So I have fired. So if you want to see the history of queries that were fired for some days back or today also, you can go here and see. See, this is running right now. This orders query that I just fired. And here you can, it's not that it is specific to your user only. You can see any other users also for that same account. If they're firing any queries, it will appear here also. That will appear here also. So if you see this add filters, if you add filters here, there's something called as user here, right? So if you say user, it will give you a drop down of all the users you have in your system. Okay, and if you want to say, okay, what did this ABDD S1 fire for the past 14? I mean, it's a collective 14 days. Anything in the past 14 days, if it has fired, it will show you. Okay, so it's not limited to your user only here. Okay, you can see for any other user, and you can also verify. Sorry, you can also filter it by various parameters on the status, whether it is running, succeeded, failed, queued, blocked. Then by warehouse, you can see by session ID, by query ID, statement type. And I already told you that each particular query that you fire in Snowflake, it creates a unique SQL ID for it. Okay, so this is always unique. So this is by query ID also you can go and find. Okay, and this data will be only for the past 14 days data that is there. So if you see here, it says retention period of query history is 14 days. Data can be filtered based on users, warehouses, we just saw that. And result sets from the previous 24 hours can be downloaded, which means this, for example, this particular that orders, customers, yeah.
So, Abdul, you said the result set of previous 24 hours can be downloaded, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good feature.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. In terms of the production application, if you want to debug something, if you can able to get the exact data what was fetched for the past 24 hours, it's a very big feature.
Yes, you don't have to fire that query again and check.
No, yeah, firing the query also, and also there are many things we can see. What was the data when 24 hours back, right?
Right.
What is now, right? What has changed? Yeah, in production it will be very helpful, but this feature is not available in any of the databases, what I believe.
Yes.
No, that's not true, because there's something called as flashback queries in Oracle. But you will have to fire it. I mean, you will have to fire those flashback queries. It will not be there in this query history view. You don't have any query history view kind of thing.
See, flashback is something that see the status of the table 1 hour back, right? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flash. So which means that I have to set the table back to 1 hour, right, and run the query whatever it ran. Then only I'll get the
Yes.
data of 24 hours back, right?
Right.
Right. This is just I can go and get it. The getting
Yes,
the flashback enabled in the production system is not easy, and
Yes,
it is
you don't have
it is
to fire
impossible.
the query. I mean, you don't have to fire the query back again for 24 hours. You can just simply go to view and this export result you are seeing here, from there you can export. But it's
It
quite
is very good feature.
large here. Okay, so it is giving me a warning that it is too large. Would you like to export the first 100 MB? Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. But you can only export the queries that are related to your user. Okay, if there is a different user which is here, which is present here, you can go and see the details here. You can go here and see the details, but this option will not be there for the other users.
Yeah, if I log into account admin or system admin, right, I should be able to see all the queries, right?
No, you will be able to see the query from any role that you log in. But for example, if I log in, say, for some other user now. Where is one of the users? This one. So I actually hope I remember the password. Okay, this is other user I'm logging in with. Okay, it has got the public role. Let me go to history. Right, so see, I filtered it with this user. Let me remove it and say any. So I can see anybody's query, the other user's query also. But if I go to that query, suppose, let me go to that query. This customer one. Sorry, I have to click on query ID. See, I will not be even able to see the results. I will just see this, how many rows were fetched, what time it took and all that. But I will not be able to see the result also. I will not be able to download also because it's not related to my user. But if you're saying what if you change it, what if you have a different, if you have a higher role, what about that? You're saying that, right?
Yeah.
So let's so let's give that role account admin to that user. Okay, I just granted that account admin role. I'll come here. So I'll have to refresh. Account admin. So it's user based, okay? It's not account role based. So still you will not be able to see or select or export it anyway. If you're not seeing only, you cannot export also. So it's not like that.
Abdul, actually, maybe this is one of the audit point in our company also. Auditors are asking. The scenario is that they are asking is that, say, people is going to leave the organization. They have some dispute between the manager and employee. Employee can put a delete of some records and he can leave the company also. They're asking the log in the SQL actually. Basically, this option is not available over there. This is a good option, but account admin should have the able to view and he should able to export actually. what he has done last 14 days, whether he has done any delete or drop or truncate. You got it right. That this is one of the audit point actually in our company. There,
For your account admin should be able to. You're saying if some other user
able to
has.
view the users below who are all having the using this account. You need to see the query whether he has done any delete drop
Yeah, he can
before leaving
see.
the company. No,
Query,
he can
yeah,
see, but see
yeah.
if there are thousands of queries there, see, you can't go one by one. You can't able to go and check, right? It's
No,
real time.
no.
It's very difficult, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
If you
that's what
have the
I'm saying. That's
export
what
option,
I.
that would have been easy.
You want to see what they have deleted. You want to see that what
Yes.
records they have
What,
deleted.
no, what a query they have written.
So query you are already seeing, no? This query I'm already seeing here.
No. See, Abdul, you are going one by one, Abdul. It's very difficult. See, in live, no, there'll be a lot of queries, maybe 1,000, 2,000. You can't go one by one, actually. You
Oh,
should
you're
have
saying
some
like this.
export
You're saying
option.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I said in the beginning, that you have two options. Either you can check it from web UI, and there is a table function also from where this data is coming. You can fire that also, which I will show you guys tomorrow. On that table function, if you say where user equal to whatever that user who had a fight, if you give equal to that, you can see all what he has fired. Or even here also you can say that give me this user. Suppose okay. Suppose this guy has had a fight, okay, and he ran. And also I want to say, okay, the query type he did was statement type was, say, suppose he had say delete. I can go like this also. See, this guy
Oh,
had
okay.
done some deletes. So we
Yeah,
can,
this option only we need. Yeah.
yeah, we can show him. See, so this way also you can do, or you can see this whole data. It is coming on our front end. It is coming from some place, right? Some where this metadata might have been stored. So you can directly query on that table function also to get this. In the worksheet, here you can go and select star from whatever that table is, which I'll tell you guys tomorrow. You can do some where clauses and all that, and you can get the same data here.
So see, my understanding is that see, there is one guy is there is he has an account admin, another guy is the B, he's when you are a developer. Okay,
Yeah.
so developer he has done some queries. Okay, he left the organization. Next day I want to see some records are missing. Okay, as an account admin, I can able to view what he has done, right?
Actually, any role
As an
can view. Any role can view. Actually, if I go to public also, right? This query history is available to everyone. See, if I go to
no
public.
for other user, I'm just asking for other user.
Yes, yes. Here you can select any user you want.
Okay.
Anyone, any user you want. So that's what we said here, right? Data can be filtered based on users, warehouses, etc. For query history.
Okay, but see, actually there should be an admin role. They can only should see the other queries. See, everybody should not see others' data. That's also some data confidential loose
No,
is
you
there.
cannot see others' data. See, I am in this.
No, I'm not telling others' data. I'm telling others' query. See, I would have
others'
done some
queries.
queries, CTC tables also. I would have put a select. Just I'm telling. So that should not known to my same colleague or developer.
Okay.
So little bit that's also like confidential information.
Okay, maybe I'm not sure. I mean, I am not honestly. I am not gone to that level. Maybe there might be some query history privilege related where you can restrict users to not see certain queries. Maybe it might be there. See, this is so vast, right? This documentation is so vast. But what you are saying, I understand. One user should not be allowed to see another user's queries also. The statements also you are saying, right?
Yes.
So I am not aware of that, but there might be something. We can just have a look and we can just explore. But as of now, that is not in my knowledge. I have never seen that. But yes, queries, even if you are able to see the query, for example, this is, let me say select here. This is a different user, right? AB31, and this is S1, SF1, and this is 31 Snowflake. Even if I'm able to see their queries, and if I go and select the query, I will not be able to see the data. Okay, that protection is there anyway. I will not be able to see the data that came because of this query. And if I don't have privilege to this table, even if I go and copy this and try to fire on my worksheet, I'll still not able to get this data out from there, even if I have this query, if I don't have the privilege, right? So yeah, but what you are saying, maybe it might be there. There might be some option. We will have to check in documentation. Maybe I'll try to check if I get somewhere, and you can also check in the documentation to see what the scenario you are asking, is it present or not. So this query is still running. How much? So it has scanned up to 91%. Yeah, so in some time it should be over. 1.4.
So if I suspend this query, if some credit already been used, it will be
Yes,
revoked, or
your credit will, for the time you are using compute warehouse, credit will be consumed.
if I stop the query also.
Yes, definitely. Okay. So Venkat, you did not get that mail, right?
Mail, Abdul.
Yes.
One second, I got this.
In your spam or somewhere, can you check?
Yeah, I'm just. See, just now I got a mail. Validate your email. Click on your. This is the activation link.
Okay.
Validate for 24. Validate your email. Some mail I got, because no. See, post the class I didn't click anything on Snowflake.
Can you share? Can you
Regarding.
share,
Yeah.
Venkat?
This is the mail just now I got it. So.
Are you sharing? I cannot see.
Oh. Can you able to see now?
Yes.
So just now I got this mail 9:58.
Hmm.
This is an automated mail. I didn't do anything. So I'm not sure whether it's giving the validate your email. Click on this activation link. This is not related to that warehouse, right?
Can you just go little up, little?
Yeah.
No, the very last. Okay, so this is the very last one, right?
Yeah, this is the very last. Yeah.
That is what, 57 minutes back. So okay, do one thing. Just go to inbox. Just select it and remove it. Okay, just a minute. Let me resend now. Okay.
Hmm.
Now see, I have resent. Just try to refresh. Yeah, see, you got
Yes.
it.
Hmm.
So that is from me only, which I had sent.
Hmm.
Okay. Now just go and delete it again. I will give both the email IDs. So basically, you cannot have both two email IDs here. Okay. You can only have one. Let me again send to you and myself also. Okay. Yeah. Did you get any now? Can you refresh?
No, no. That
No,
means you
right?
can send only one mail with a group actually. That if you want, you can send in a group for multiple
Yes.
users.
One DL you can have. Because see, ultimately it will be like a dev team which will have certain role, right? So that way they can have. So I have now updated back to my email ID back. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll just make myself host again. Share. Yes. So this query, yeah, this query is taking time. See, it's got credit quota used. Credit quota that we had assigned was 1.33 is used, which is 33% has been used. Okay. So remaining is 0.67. How much percent did I give? 100. You should have given 10% only. We would have got this quickly. Okay, let's okay. Anyway, so once it comes back, right, I will get some notification here. I will share this screenshot with you all. Okay, and I will go and try to, once the warehouse gets suspended, I'll try to go and restart it from here in that same case and see what issue comes, whether it gets to restart again or it doesn't. I will send you the screenshot. Okay, so this might take a little time. And what is, so if I see, and this history tab also I showed you where to go, right? So when you're firing a certain query, right? So when this is working here, from here also you can open that particular last 2-3 queries that you have worked on. So this particular query orders. Okay, this is finished. The processing is finished. Okay. Refresh. Yeah, this is finished. Yeah, data preview. So I had changed that role in between, right? That is why this whole thing went off. No problem. So let me go to the resource monitor again. Edit. 0.33 means how much percentage, guys? Let's make it 20%.
It's 0.3 only. No. Out of 100, if it's 0.3, it's 0.3.
Sorry, I had not done this also.
See, you are given one credit. So it's 0.3, then it's almost like 0.3 only,
30%.
no? Yeah, it's almost
30%.
yeah. it's going to be 100, then is less than 1%.
Actually, guys, I had forgotten to enable this. I kept running it, but I did not enable. That's why I did not send any notifications.
So it is a web notification, right?
Yeah, I chose web notification because I just changed my mail sometime back for this for record to see, right. So now I've changed my email back, and it is I resent it for email verification, but it is not sending me. I need to get that activation mail back. See, Resource Monitor 1 has reached 50.038% of its monthly quota of one credit, which has triggered a suspend action. Okay, I got that, but see one notification here like this. I got it. So, but suspend means it will run this. And if I go to warehouses, it will bring back that whole data first. It's quite a big query. So if I go to the query ID, from here also we can go to the query ID, guys. See this, when query is running, right? So you can go from here also. For some 2-3 queries here, you can go from here also. So just click, if you click on query ID, it will take you to this page. So see, 16% has been scanned till now. 17 is scanned. So and so is scanned. So let it come. So anyway, I wanted to show you that here. So we have got the notification, okay, which has triggered a suspend action. So it will suspend, but it will also do the query result back. Okay, I got it finally. Validate. You can now take a whatever. Okay, now I've got it validated. It took some time to send. Okay, so see, suspend has not immediately aborted this query also, right? So it should bring up data, although it has sent a notification to us already. And once this is done, we should see that the compute warehouse has been suspended. Okay, we'll see that. And once that comes up, guys, I will share the screenshot with you, and I'll try to Apart from these steps which we discussed, which Shiva also asked, that apart from this, can we restart or resume the warehouse? I'll try to do that from here and share the screenshot from there also. Okay. So yeah. So any questions before we call it a day?
Nothing from my end, Abdul.
Okay, thank you, Venkat. Any others? Any other folks? Any questions?
No, Abdul.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Is Chidambaram here? No, right? He had messaged me. He said hi, and after that, he did not reply. Okay, guys. So yeah, I will share this with you guys. I will share the screenshot, what happens, and we'll continue tomorrow. Okay. Thank you and have a good day and good night, everyone.
Same to Abdul. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.